Good afternoon, Bob Dalton coming to you live from Allendale's floor here in McHenry, Illinois. It is Friday, August 13th, and here's what happened in the market today. We came in this morning, grain markets were higher, continued trading off of the friendly close that we saw yesterday, off of the report being read as bullish due to world end stocks being reduced by the USDA in all grains, the corn, beans, and wheat. So some carryover trade in the overnight session, and that opened up the grain markets right about where they finished trading last night for us this morning here at 9:30. And here's how the day went as the clocks continued ticking here. Corn finished up 5.5. 427 1/4 is where we finished. That's December corn. We were unable to take out Thursday's high. So yesterday's high at 429 1/2. We did not take that out today. The funds put on reportedly approximately, I should say the low end of the estimate is 25,000 additional contracts of corn yesterday off of that report. And they were unable yesterday to take out last week's highs up at 38 3/4 in that December corn. So do with that information what you will, but there are some significant highs still in place on the charts. No real damage done today, even with the higher trade. Soybeans, November beans, finished at 1044, up 15 1/2. They were very strong into the close today. They actually made some new highs into the close. However, Monday's high did hold, and it was in fact the high today at 1044 3/4. Again, today's high. Beans finished at 1044. Monday's high was 1044 3/4. That may be a significant price point we need to get through here if we're going to make a run for that 1050 price point again. Over in the wheat, September wheat today. Oh, by the way, in the beans, August went off the board today. That was higher throughout most of the trading session right before that contract expired at noon. Finished down about 4 cents today. Over to the wheat now. 702 1/2 is where September wheat finished up today, down 10 1/2. That is an inside bar on the charts, and what some could interpret a bear flag being posted in the September wheat chart. So take a look at that and be ready to gauge an opinion as to whether or not the wheat is in, or the high is in for the wheat market, as several people have suggested here. Oh, and by the way, CNBC was talking about buying wheat yesterday. Typically when you see that on TV, the top is already in, and the traders will go ahead and fade whatever is being talked about on the TV. And that's apparently what is so far going on in the wheat market. We'll see more come Sunday night into Monday. As far as the dollar is concerned, the dollar continues to make highs, new highs for the move. 83.03 is where it sits right now, up 26. We took out yesterday's highs. Today in the dollar. So the dollar showing some strength. Crude oil, on the other hand, selling off again today. The nearby contract at 75.42 in the electronics right now, down 32. They did test $75 today on the low. I think 75.01 was the low. We take out $75 and hold on to your hats. Crude could pull back pretty good, especially with the dollar strengthening. And you got to wonder about the relationship between the dollar, crude oil, and the grains. We're doing exactly the opposite of what would be expected. As crude goes down, typically corn goes down as well, especially if there's a stronger dollar. We saw about an entire week of stronger dollar pricing on the index this week. Had no effect on the grains. Our dollar's going up, the grains are going up, crude's coming down. You got to wonder about ethanol margins right now, what those guys are thinking with crude pulling back, the dollar strengthening up, corn getting more expensive. How much corn are they going to be buying to produce ethanol? And then now we have the world end stocks issue out there where they're telling us globally grains are reduced as far as availability for export is concerned, and we're making it more expensive for outside countries to come into the U.S. and buy our commodities with a strengthening dollar, yet at the same time we're still increasing the price of food. So something somewhere is going to have to give to make the U.S. the primary go-to, besides the surplus of crop that we have. We're also going to need to do something with prices in the current global economy to keep interest here in the U.S. to buy our food. So we'll see what the nearby future does as far as that is concerned. Again, in the grains, significant highs not taken out post-report. In the corn and beans and wheat right now pulling back a little bit as well with a stronger dollar and weaker crude oil. Over to the livestock markets, we had fat cattle today. August contract up 12.5 at 94.32.5. Feeders down 27.5 in August at 111.70. We did post $95 trade this week in the fat cattle market. We had cutouts a little bit higher here today as well, but the market seems to want to stall right at $75 here on the, or excuse me, $95 here on the fat cattle market. Off of that $95 trade. So we'll have to see what happens next week coming into the cattle market. If we can expect higher cash prices, does that mean we should see the futures market run as well? Not necessarily, but time will tell. And then the hog market, we did have the August hogs expired today, so October becomes your front month contract. October today finished up 2.5 cents at 74.65. Just a note for you producers out there, Allendale is currently conducting its annual yield survey. Feel free to call into the office here. 1-800-262-7538 is the main line. Ask to speak with anybody regarding your yields. We'll be more than happy to take down your information and put you on the priority email list to get the results of the survey as soon as they're available. And you can also do it online. www.allendale-inc.com is the website. Feel free to fill out the online form. If you have questions on how to get an accurate yield count, we have a link on the website that will show you how to go get your yield based off of kernel measurements on the ear itself. All the formulas are out there. Your row widths and whatnot are accounted for. Visit the website or call into us. We'll be more than happy to help you out with estimates on your yield this year, and then get you the results of our survey as soon as they are available. Have a great weekend, and we'll be back to talk with you on Monday. Take care.